out here in these last days. You gotta teach these young brothers, man. You understand? You can't just be no damn nigga out here teaching them how to sell drugs. And showing them how to roll a blunt. Or how to get drunk faster. What liquor to get the mix to make it drunk. That's wicked, man. Tell them what we out here to do, brother. Isaiah 61.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me. Because the Lord have anointed me.
He has what?
Have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Right. So the Lord said he brought us out here to preach good tidings into the meek. Right? Now what is meek? Right? That's humble. You understand what I'm saying? That's lowly. That's slow to speak. Quick to listen. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? You want to bring that out? Bring it up. But we're going to find out what meek is. You got to be meek in these last days. You can't be a bulldog everywhere you go. You understand? You got to love your brother. You got to be attentive to your children. Be attentive to your brothers, man. You got to love your brothers, man. Y'all forget about love. We remember every commandment except love, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19.
Bring it up.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, that every man be swift to hear, slow to speak.
Quick to do what?
Slow to speak.
Quick to hear and slow to speak. Read.
Slow to wrath.
Hey, and you can't be quick to anger. A lot of brothers in this thing, man, they get angry with brothers real quick, man. You don't make up with nobody. You just do what you want to do, man. And that's not in the Bible. What happened? Where the love at? Where's the compassion? Where is it? Where's the love and where's the compassion? We supposed, hey, look, when we come into this thing, we supposed to come into it with an understanding of love, man. We can't bring in, hey, we got to get rid of that old man. You can't bring in the old man into this new thing. What the scripture, man, you can't mix old wine with new wine. You're supposed to be changed as a people, man. You got a precept?
Nah.
All right. Let me,
I do.
bring it up.
About
Give me Leviticus 19. 19 and 7. You know, where's the love at, man? You know, a lot of us come from backgrounds where we didn't have love. The Most High brought us together in these last days to show us what real love is. And, 1 John 5 and 3, behold,
I'm going to take 19 and 7.
yeah.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother.
You can't hate your brother, man. Read.
In thy heart.
In your heart, that's your mind. You bringing up all these, you can't hate your brother, man. There's different things, and we're going to go through things. But you can't, hey, that's a commandment. We ignore the weightier matter. That's a weighty matter. We quick to tell somebody don't eat pork. We quick to tell somebody don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. We quick to tell somebody don't eat, wear your fringes. Those are light matters. They're commandments, but loving your brother is a weighty matter. It's something that you have to do. It's not, I love him today, but tomorrow I don't love him no more. You gotta love your brother every day. You gotta love your sister every day, man. That's a weightier matter. You understand? You quick to tell somebody they can't do this, they can't do that. But do you love your brother? Do you? Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. And not suffer sin upon him.
Because if you don't tell him to keep the commandments, you're bringing sin upon him. You know, you understand what I'm saying? These commandments are here for a reason. What's going on, brother? You got a question? All right, brother. We out here, though. All right, give me 1 John 5 and 3. You have to rebuke in righteousness. You have to let a brother know where he's going off. If a brother going off, hey, talk to him. Don't just shun him. That's right. You can't even sit down and have a conversation with a brother. You did that in the world. Brother, step on your shoes, you want to put a bullet in his damn head, man. You in this truth now. You got to get rid of that old man. You can't carry that. You can't carry those characteristics. At least some of them. If you got a good work ethic, you can bring that in. But all that gangster hard stuff, hey look, you ain't no gangster, man. If you a gangster of the Lord. Y'all brothers hey look, y'all brothers in this thing, man, and holding on to that old man. The Most High gonna get up with you in these last days if you don't get rid of that old spirit, that wicked spirit, man. Read.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3.
Because we don't know what love is. The Most High gonna tell us what love is. What's love?
For this is the love of God.
This is the love of God.
That we keep his commandments.
That we just be niggas.
That we keep his commandments.
And thoughts.
That we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
And they ain't hard to do. Commandments ain't hard to do. The United States have over 1,300 commandments that we keep every day. Y'all can't keep 10. So we know what God you worship. You worship the so-called white man. That's what you worship. You don't worship the Lord. Hey, look. You don't worship the Lord, man. Bring it out.
This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Nah, just be a nigga.
Keep my commandments.
Nah, just go get a bottle from the liquor store.
Keep my commandments.
Hey, you got to keep the commandments of the Lord. And one of the hey, look, the highest commandment is loving your brother. You can't even do that. If that red light, if you go to that light and it turns red, you're gonna stop, man. If you get to a stop sign, you're gonna stop. You're gonna look both ways. You do all these things for your oppressor, but you don't do nothing for your father, man. You love your oppressor. He tell you to go to, hey look, he put a commercial on about damn shrimp, steak, and lobster. You trying to save your money, you have to go to Red Lobster. You finna go eat the roaches of the sea. You understand? Give me, let's go to Matthew 23 and 22. Because a lot of brothers in this thing is hypocrites, man. A lot of brothers don't really understand the commandments in the Torah. You want to go to the New Testament, but you ain't even mastered the Torah. The Torah told you to love your brother. The Torah told you to understand that you can't suffer sin upon your brother, man. You gotta let him know what's going on if you see him going on. You don't just let him go off. You don't just let the so-called white man put his knee on his damn neck. You gotta do something about that. That's your brother. The white man wouldn't let you put your knee on another white man's neck. He'd put a bullet in your head. Whether you use the police, the army, or whatever, because you's a nigga then. We gotta not be niggas to each other. We gotta start being brothers to each other. The Most High God told us we his chosen people. But y'all don't want to be chosen, y'all want to be equal. You're not equal. Stop trying to be equal to these devils. Martin Luther King led us into a burning house, trying to be equal to these devils. Malcolm X had the right idea. Gather together, old nation undesired. We're an undesired nation. Don't nobody even want us. But they want our women. They want to dress like us. They want to be like us. They want to cook like us. They want a woman that looks like us. Botox surgery to get lips like you. But you got blonde hair trying to look like the devil. Bring that up.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So the Lord said that these other nations have taken crafty counsel amongst his people. Okay, read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
So who's the hidden ones? We the hidden ones, because we don't know who the hell we is in these last days. We think we just some damn niggas and thoughts out here, man. Black folks. Ain't none of us ever been to the land of black, but we call ourselves a color in the crayon box. The white man ain't really white, he's red. We're not really black, we're different shades of brown. The Lord said we come from the earth. When you dig into the earth, it gets darker and darker as deeper as you get. We come from the earth. Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us do what?
Cut them off from being a nation.
So they said, let's get together and cut these people off from being a nation. So they could just be niggas and blacks and Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and wetbacks and damn porch monkeys. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So that the name of Israel will be no more in our remembrance. We are the children of Israel. We was brought over here on cargo slave ships. That's in the Bible. That your pastor don't want to read you. That's in the Bible. The Bible said that we're a special people. We ain't out here capping. We love you. That's why we trying to bring this word out. Read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
Right.
Hypocrites.
What?
Hypocrites.
Damn hypocrites, man. You understand? You know all the commandments other than loving your brother, man. You know all of them. Hey, look, you got, hey, look, we're a nation that everybody's against us, pursuant to the book of Psalms 82 and 83. You understand? The Bible says that these nations are, tell them which nations are against us.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 6.
Bring it out,
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacle, who's Edom? The tabernacle, that's a so-called white man according to the Bible. He comes from the nation, the tribe of the seed of Edom, of Esau. He's an Edomite. He's the damn wicked of the earth. Read.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites, that's your Arabs.
Of Moab.
The Chinese man.
And the Hagareans.
African sect.
Gabal and Ammon.
And Ammon, that's your Japanese, man. So all these nations are against us. We have to come together as the people in these last days and stop being damn niggas out here. Hey, come around here. Let me holler at you. Come on, brother. Come on. Hey, we love you, brother. We out here for you,
man. You're an Israelite, king.
You're an Israelite. Keep the commandments. Who that? Come on out the car. Where you from? Seems like I know you, man. I can't call it right now. All right, brother. Hey, you're an Israelite. Keep the commandments. That's number one. You're an Israelite. Keep the commandments, man. You come back to these laws, man. That's what it is. That's what it's about. All right, good.
And Amalek and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Okay, so those are all, the majority of those are African nations. You understand? So we're not Africans, man. We're Israelites, man. The Negroes and the Africans are two different people. Read. So that's it?
Yeah, that's it on that.
All right, go back to Mark.
Mark 23 and 23? This is the book of Mark, chapter 23 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
Woe unto you, scribes
wicked
law.
Right, so, you know, you got Creflo Dollar, you got all these wicked pastors, man. They want you to pay tithes. But at the end of the day, they say the laws are done away with. Why we gotta pay tithes if the law is done away with? Because you want us to obey that, but you don't want. You told us, but all the weightier matters, you tell us we don't have to keep it. We don't have to do those things. We can eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. We can do everything else. Hey, look, hey man, that's a damn lot, man. Go ahead.
Judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done.
Okay, read that one more time.
The whole thing?
Judgment.
Okay. Judgment. Mercy.
And mercy. That's a law. You have to have mercy on your brothers in these last days. That's what we come in full circle about. It's about mercy, man. You can't, when you see a brother down, you just can't put your knee on him, man. You just can't put pressure on him, man. Everybody mess up in this thing. We mess up in this world, and we also mess up in this truth. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, hey, look, we're perfect because we're enduring. That's what it's all about. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, man.
And faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Right, because you do this, but then you leave the other ones undone. You tell us to do all these, you own us all day about doing all these commandments, right? You're going through all the scriptures, all the breakdowns, you got 1,000 precepts to tell us to do all these things. But one of the main matters, loving your brother, is something that we're having trouble getting across. You understand? That's like being a Pharisee, man. Go ahead.
Ye blind guides.
Hey, you a blind guy. You don't even know where you going. You leading me, and you don't even know where you going. The Lord said you like the blind leading the blind. You understand? You telling me to keep the commandments and do all these things, but the first main commandment, hey, look, if you love your brother, all the rest of these commandments will fall right in with that. That's the first thing, because if you love your brother, you're not going to hurt him. You're not going to talk reckless against him. You're not going to pass false judgment on him. You're not going to lie on him. You're going to be righteous towards him. That's where all these commandments fall under that love, man. Everything that we supposed to do falls under love. You got to do that first. Get into that. Go through the precepts on loving your brother and study them things, man. Because we're not going to get out of here if we're divided against each other. It's not going to happen. The Lord say, gather together, ye gather together, you nation undesired. Roughly paraphrasing. Keep reading.
Which strain at a neck and swallow a camel.
So you straining that neck, man. You strain at them little commandments. All them little commandments. Do this, do this, do this, do that. But that camel, you'll swallow it. Because you're not focusing on the main thing. You're not focusing on what falls under these commandments, which is love, man. You're supposed to love your brother, especially these last days, man. We getting shot down dead in the street every day. You hate your brother, man. So-called white man walk up on you and bump you to the ground. You get right up and say, "Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being in your way, Mr. White Man. I shouldn't have been walking on the street. That's paid for me to walk. I shouldn't have been doing that. I shouldn't have walked in the grocery store in the entrance side.
They put a sir on.
You know, yeah. Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, sir. But a brother step on your shoe, you'll put 8 bullets in his head.
Don't think twice about it.
Won't think 3 seconds. Right. So, a lot of brothers, they ignore the weightier matters. Right? But they strain at every little thing they see you do. That's where the term straying at gnats come from. You straining. You trying to find me doing anything, man. Every time I come out the door, I might not have my fringes on right away. You looking, oh, you ain't got no fringes on. But you're not keeping, hey, look, but you don't love me. You don't really love me, man. There's brothers out here that really got love for brothers, man. Brothers that'll put their life on the line. They on the highways and byways every day. Putting they using their body as a living sacrifice. You understand? A lot of people don't like what we do or like what we say, man. But when you love your brother, you have to get out here, man. You can't be afraid of the wiles of these other nations. Okay? You about to go Lord and Hill Spirit. Bring it up.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh.
By the mercy of Yahweh. What?
That ye present your body as a living sacrifice.
As a living what?
A living sacrifice.
As a living sacrifice, man. Read.
Holy. Acceptable.
That's holy, acceptable, and acceptable, go ahead.
Unto Yahweh.
Unto Yahweh, our power.
Which is your reasonable service.
Okay? That's our service. We can do that. We got Jake pulling up in the old school. Ain't keeping no command. Hey, Jake wilding out on the Sabbath day. What's going on, brother?
All right,
how you doing? Hey, you an Israelite? You got any questions? Come back to these laws, commandments, Elder. We love you, brother. Yeah, man.
That was it on that.
Damn, Jake coming through in the don't. He got the, you know what I mean?
I got one more piece of you ready.
He got the 20s on the front and the 15s on the back. Come on, man. Hey, Jake got to stop his folly these last days.
Man.
Come back to these laws, man.
Hey, I got a precept for it.
Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Come with it.
And that knowing the time that now is it, Slakia. And that knowing the time that now it is high time.
It is what?
High time.
It is high time. What is high time? That means it's time right now. Go ahead.
To awake out of sleep.
Because, hey, Jake is asleep. Mobile, Alabama is asleep. Jake don't know if he going left or right. Jake don't know whether to like us or hate us. He don't even know. I see the Bible, but I don't. They screaming at me. Jake don't know what's going on. Jake done pulled up on us about 3 times. Like he trying to do a damn drive-by, man. Hey, Jake trying to kill the men of the Lord, man. He don't even know we out here to teach him that he an Israelite. To come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Hey, look, man. You can't make this up, man. Any more on that?
Yeah. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Now we saved already.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
That means you ain't saved right now. You in the church house talking about you saved. The Lord said our salvation is near, not is here. And salvation means to be saved from something. You go to church one Sunday and say you saved. You ain't saved from nothing. What you saved from the club one day? Because it's Sunday? If it was Saturday, you'd be in the damn club, man. Trying to get a damn a Long Island iced tea. And trick off and be a damn thot. And not keep these laws and commandments that the Lord gave us. Read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
But he that shall endure unto the end.
So he that must go through these trials unto the end.
The same shall be saved.
The same shall be saved. So you have to endure to the end. Then you will be saved. Just because you went to church Sunday and you got a nice dress and you got on the same dress from the club, that don't mean you saved, man. You wicked pastors, man. Keep reading on that Matthew 23, man. Wait, hell no.
Go back to 23 and 23?
No, don't go back to the top. Start like 26. You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't mean you're saved. He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. Okay?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within thy are full of extortion.
Okay, so you come outside, you got your fringes on. You understand what I'm saying? You got your fringes on, you got your beautiful garments on. You look clean from the outside. Everybody that see that you're keeping the commandments. They think that you're righteous. You hold camp every Saturday. You do 8-hour camps. You do Sunday camp. You do Monday camp. You do Tuesday camp. You ain't got no job. You just always holy camp. You know when to keep all the high holy days. You don't miss a beat. Your house in order. Your wife calls you Lord. She does all of these things, and people can see that. But guess what? Inside is dirty, man. It's dirty because you hate your brother, man. It's dirty because you know what I mean? You don't have patience with your brother, man. It's dirty because you won't accept your brother's apology when it could have been fixed. It could have been vindicated, man. You're supposed to love your brother immensely. It ain't supposed to be nowhere in the world that y'all can't fix that thing. If you can't fix it, you need to fix yourself. If you can't fix it, you need to fix yourself, man. You're the reason why it can't be fixed. Because it takes two to tango. If I want to fix it and you don't want to fix it, it ain't going to get fixed. So it's one out of the two of us that's not making this thing happen. But the Lord said that we're commanded to make that thing happen. We're commanded to love each other in these last days. It ain't no if, and, or maybe, or but about it. It is what it is. If you can't love your brother, don't teach. Read.
And excess, the blind Pharisees cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also.
Right, so you got to make sure your inside and outside clean. You can't just look good. You know, Jake look good anyway, but that ain't the point. The point is your insides is still wicked, man. You still got some of that old man. You ain't shook that old man off yet, man. You still that old Jake, man. Got hatred, man. You see brothers trying to come into this thing. Brothers might fall a few times. As soon as they fall, you like, damn, get on out of here, man. Won't even get a brother a chance to make that thing up, man. We go through that in the world. We don't need this in the truth, too. Come on now. What else you got?
That's it on that.
Con. Give me Luke 1 John 1 and 8. You understand? I mean, it's ridiculous, man. And I got to bring it out, man, because I love my brothers, man. I love my people. What you got?
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 1 and verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us.
If you say you don't sin and you don't go off, you have deceived yourself. You can't walk around acting like you don't go off. Like there's no room for repentance for you, for others, but there's room for you. You know that you be sinning, man. You know you be going off. Well, hey, look, what's the sense of holding on to that thing and you know you going off? You only deceiving yourself. Shalom, sisters. You only deceiving yourself when you say you don't sin, man. You know? You won't get a brother off the street, man. You won't help a brother up while he's drowning, man. That's the problem. That's the problem with our people right now. After that, give me Luke 6:36. That's the problem right now. Our sisters come here to word, sisters.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 14.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it. go back to it. Give me Luke 6:36. That's a shame, man. It's a shame that brothers go 10, 15 years in this thing and don't understand the most easy and simple commandment in the scriptures, man. It's love, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 36. Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful.
Right, because the Most High is merciful. The Most High said, be merciful like I'm merciful. Right? You want to be a man of the Lord? You want to be as David was? You want to be a man of in the Most High's a man in the Most High's heart? You got to be merciful. You got to be merciful, man. Where's the mercy? It's like as soon as brothers go down, it's like you want to put your knee on them more than damn Chauvin, man. That wicked demon, Number 12 and 2. Brothers, they be going off, huh? You know what I mean? Brothers go off in these last days, and it ain't funny. That's why I'm not really hyped. I'm passionate, but I'm not hyped because it really ain't funny. It's a lot. We got to get it together in Israel, man. Go ahead.
Numbers 12 and verse 3. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 3. Now, the man Moses was very meek.
He was what?
He was very meek.
Hey, Moses was meek. Moses was very meek, man. You understand what I'm saying? So hey, look, the prophets, all the prophets that the Most High dealt with, hey, look, the Most High spoke to Moses, face to face, man. He talked to Moses as if he was a friend. He didn't use no dark sayings. He didn't visit him in his dreams. He spoke to him. He even let him see his back because he was meek. He loved and trusted Moses because of his meekness. And if you want to get that close relationship with the Most High and really understand these parables, you have to be meek. Hey, brother, I know brothers in the truth. Hey, we're austere men, but you don't have to be a hard rock, man. Don't be a hard rock all the time, and especially don't be a hard rock to your brothers, man. Be a hard rock to these other nations that want to oppress you, that want to put you to death, right? That's who you be a hard rock towards, not your brothers in this thing, man. And hey, look, that's from the heart, brothers. Give me Isaiah 66 and 2. I don't think we're nothing else.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 2. For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been said the Lord. But to this man will I look.
So this man, the Most High said he will look. He made all these things, but to this man he will look. Right?
Even to him that is poor and of contrite spirit.
Right. So poor and contrite. That's meek. He's looking for the one that has a contrite spirit. That's another way of saying meek. Right? He's not looking for the man that's out. You understand? Being what's the script? What's the word I'm looking for? Puffing up, man. He's not looking for the prideful man. He's looking for the man that's meek and lowly. That's what he's looking for. The scriptures say the meek and lowly in those days will be like David. Will be mighty in those days. He's gonna make that meek man a mighty man. David was meek. That's why he made him mighty. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't work with something that's already thinking they up there. Right? He raised Adam from a lower state. That means he came from the earth. He was in the dirt. He didn't grab somebody that was already up there and make them the leader of the earth, of the animal. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High always choose the underdog, man. So you got to be meek if you want this thing, man. Walking around puffing up, you're not gonna get far like that. And the Most High gonna get up with you for that spirit, man. Matthew 11 and 29. lot of people don't understand. You know, we're the first Christians as Israelites. The first people that was called Christians was the disciples, and they were Israelites. So yeah, we all Christians, but we're not into Christianity. But to be a Christian means to be a follower of Christ. So if you're a follower of Christ, you should do this.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 29. Take my yoke upon you.
So Yahushua said, take my yoke upon you.
And learn of me.
And learn of Yahushua, right?
For I am meek.
For he is what?
For I am meek.
For he is what?
For I am meek.
For he is meek. Read.
And lowly in heart.
And he's lowly in heart. So if you want to be a follower of Christ, you have to be meek and lowly of heart. And is that in red letter? That's red letter. You understand? So you got to be meek, man. Can't be out here damn thugging all day, man. You understand? Being a damn lion in your house, man. You got to be meek. You got to be lowly to these sisters, man. How y'all sisters doing today? All right, y'all got a few minutes? Just a little few minutes. I just want to drop a little jewel on you, that's all. You do? All right, let me Deuteronomy 28:6. How y'all sisters doing today? All right, what's your name? Akiri. Okay. Toya, how you doing, Toya? I'm Lamek, my brother Kabal. Right? So we're just going to see, let me ask you a question. Now, y'all got fathers, of course. You'll be here when we have them. Now, would you say your father was an African American? Right? So when you hear the name African American, what does that tell you? It says you black, right? Now, what is black? It's a color. It's a color. So if you go in the crayon box, what you gonna put out the color black, right? So it can't be a nationality, like it can't be a people if it's a color in the crayon box, right? So some people walking around calling us a color in the crayon box, right? So when you hear African American, right? Now African comes from a white man, an African named what was that? Africanos, right? Now Scipio's Africanos named Africa. His name is Africanos, right? And America comes from a white man named Amerigo Vespucci. So would you say that you come from two white men? You see what I'm saying? So you see how crazy that is? Because when we was called African American, that was the first time we was called that was 1948, right? So your grandmama and them probably older was born before 1948, right? So how could your nationality be younger than you? See what I'm saying? So that means people are giving us a nationality that's not ours. But the Bible says who we really are, right? So let me do the Bible. Bring that up.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49, and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name.
Right, so the white man calls the lands after his own name, right? So you over here, where we at? We in Mobile, right? White man named this place Mobile. Probably come from a family last name Mobile. You get what I'm saying? So they name where they live at after they sell. So now we got to come up and call it Mobile because that's what they named it. But does that mean that that's what it is? No. Because when the Indians was here, it wasn't called Mobile. It was Indian land, right? But they stole it from the Indians and brought us up. How did we come over here, black people? They probably don't even teach y'all that in school no more, do it. Okay, well, we came over here as black people on slave ships. Right? So we were slaves. You know what I'm saying? So you ever seen the movie Birth of a Nation? You ever seen Roots? Like that. same thing. That's how we came. White people, man, they raped us, raped our women, man, killed our children, they done everything. That's why we don't really deal. If you really look at it, we don't really deal with them like that because we know how they get down. You know, and they with that. They with all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna show you real quick that we in the Bible. So give me 28:16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
All right, so Egypt is another word for slavery or bondage, right? So the Lord said he was going to bring us into Egypt again. Now, we already was in slavery in Egypt. History will tell you that black people built the pyramids in Egypt, right? Go ahead.
with ships.
With ships, right? So how we came over here? Came over here on ships. That's in the Bible? Read.
By the way whereof I've spoken to thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
So we haven't seen our homeland since we've been over here. We've been captive in this land for over 600 years. You see what I'm saying? And even if you want to leave here, you got a social security number, right? So they could track you wherever you go and bring you right back over here when they don't want you over there. So we really property of the United States. We really property of the white man. To be honest with you, they're really running stuff. We ain't running nothing. You know what I'm saying? We barely running our own house. So you don't pay the light bill, what's gonna happen? White man gonna cut it off. No lights. No water. You understand what I'm saying? So these are real things. But the Bible speaks that we was gonna go into slavery on a slave ship. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Now we shall be given unto our enemy.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Now we just gonna go to our enemy.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
We gonna be sold. What's we sold to the white man? We sold to the white man. The slave. We gotta
for bond men,
for slave men
and bond women,
slave women,
and no man shall buy you.
Martin Luther King, you understand? Malcolm X. None of them was able to bring us out of this captivity. So I'm just letting you know, you're an Israelite sister. Come back to these laws and commandments, man. You know what I mean? And like I'm telling the brother here, these brothers here, whoa, with that laugh, you understand? You gotta leave that pork alone, man. Tell your mom you don't want that pork no more. You understand? Right? Y'all see? Now, okay, so Muslim is like a plagiarism of it. You understand? See, our custom is to not eat pork. Our culture is to not eat pork. We didn't come over here and eat pork. When we came over here, the white man forced that shit down our throat. He made us eat it. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't really like it, really, to be honest with you. Go ahead.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor their fathers have known.
Right, so the Lord, because we didn't keep his commandments, he put us in a land that we didn't know. We didn't know nothing about hope like this when we came over here. We didn't speak English. We didn't, and there's a lot of things we didn't do. We didn't eat pork. All that homo stuff that's going on, we didn't get down like that. Our women wore dresses, they didn't wear jeans and stuff like that. Because that's pretty. Our women was always just pretty. Was always walking around with little dress, looking beautiful. That's what the Lord wants you to wear, honestly. It's really going off for women to wear jeans, because when you use the bathroom, like, you zip it, which is nothing there. You understand what I'm saying? It's really backwards. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you use the bathroom, you sit down, right? So that's what we're supposed to do. Men are supposed to wear jeans or pants. Women are supposed to wear dresses. They're supposed to look gorgeous and beautiful. You understand? And be covered up and not let everybody see how they built, how they look. Because when you marry, you have a husband, that's for your husband to see. That's not for everybody else to see. You understand what I'm saying? Do you have that? Yeah, give me that. Okay, go ahead.
And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
So wood and stone. So when you serve stone, that's Islam. That's the Muslim stone. That's the Kaaba stone, right? So the Lord said that we would be brought over here, we would serve other gods. So we didn't serve our own God. We started serving Allah. You see what I'm saying? But that's not our custom. That's the African custom. That's a Muslim custom. Okay?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So what pertains unto a man that y'all got on? Pants, right?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So if we standing up there with dresses on, you take us seriously?
Yeah.
You wouldn't take us seriously.
I would. You wouldn't, I would. Why? Because I actually know the sense I actually like it. So I actually.
No, I'm not saying that you don't have to like it, but what I'm saying is it would be something you probably ain't seen before. We just up there with a Bible with a dress on. I'm big as hell. This man that's about big as I am. He look crazy as hell, man. You know that. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all look crazy when I do.
You probably would listen, and that's a beautiful thing. But you know, one thing about that, the Lord ain't really with all that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if you know somebody like that, like, look, you gotta come out of that. Because let me tell you something about being like that. The Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply," right? So when you be fruitful and multiply, what are you doing? You making what? You making babies, right? You building your nation up. You building up your people. When two men go on with each other, they can't have a baby. And a woman, they can't. It ain't made for that. You understand what I'm saying?
But like, I got a question. Like, what if you gay, but God knows your heart? Would that still wrong?
Well, let me tell you something. That's a Christian custom. Like that's the church thing. The Most High says your heart is wicked among all things. Don't trust it. You're not supposed to trust your heart. In the Bible, your heart is your mind, right? So it's not like it's not a thing where we could just do what we want to do, right? Because the Christian church tells us that we can do that, right? You can have women pastors and you could be a damn homosexual and all that. But tell them what the Lord say about it. All right, bring that
This is
up.
the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also layeth with mankind,
So if a man lay with a man,
as he layeth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination,
that's abomination.
and they shall be surely be put to death.
No, they should be held to have a rainbow and run around with a rainbow flag and have a good time.
They shall surely be put to death.
Nah, they should have a parade, you understand, and throw Skittles at each other.
They shall surely be put to death.
Right. Okay, so you see that? But look, y'all sisters Israelites, man, and it was beautiful speaking to y'all. We'll be out here this Saturday. Y'all here every Saturday. Any question you got, we gonna answer that for you, all right?
Sorry we had to listen to it.
You good? Hey, look, y'all princesses on this earth. Y'all just ain't no regular people. Y'all daughters of Zion. Y'all mighty women in this thing. Y'all the most beautiful thing on this earth. Always know that, right? Right? Start wearing them jeans. See that? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13. It's been a day of building, Israel. All praise, man. Alabama coming through. You understand? Mobile waking up in these last days. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know, all praise to the Most High. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh.
Fear Yahweh.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments.
For this is the whole duty of man.
For this is the whole duty of man. So with that, we're gonna say Shalom. We're gonna say thanks and all praise and honor to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.
Good.